Hi everyone, it's Eileen from Now There's a Crafty Idea and welcome to Tag Tuesday. I decided to use up some bits of ephemera that I had, and I had these lovely images printed out. I think they're from the old design shop. I'll have to have a look at and pop the link down below. And I had loads of these little bits of ephemera, like the Tim Holtz type, and then another pack that I got from Etsy. So I just thought I'd make just a simple tag today, but it's quite effective and I like it. And I've used a book page to cover the back, and instead of like trying to find a blank page, I thought, you know what, let's just leave some of the writing on because I think it looks cute. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. So I've got some bits and pieces ready, and I'm still using the paper from the Vintage Botanicals, and I'll show you that one. It's this one, it's from Hobbycraft. I'm not sure if it's still available, but it's a good selection of papers, and they all have like a vintage botanical type style, and they are beautiful, absolutely. So I thought, seeing as I am going to be working on the botanical journal, the naturalist journal, why not keep it in a botanical theme? So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've cut my image out and I have distressed it already. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back. I'm not going to glue all the way around because I want to sew it on. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue and then just get this close to the top because I want plenty of room to put the little bits and pieces on. There we go. And I am just going to quickly sew around that. I'm just using a straight stitch, and I'm going to start at the bottom where I'm going to put the ephemera, so that if there's any like little, you know, the start and finish, it'll be covered up by the ephemera. And I've still got the green thread on, so it's a nice dark green thread. Goes with the whole botanical theme. And I'm using a straight stitch just because it works better with these images. They're so pretty that you don't need to distract from them by using some other stitch, some decorative stitch, because they're just too beautiful by themselves, and it just gives it that nice finished look, and I quite like that. So it's nice, it's good. And then I've just got a little selection here that I wanted to look at. Well, I definitely want a circle on, so I like the circle on that one. And then I don't know what colour stamp to use. Maybe we could use that one. Nope, that just gets lost. That's kind of nice, but no, maybe. Now I like the blue because it stands out, but it's still within the colour palette. So I'll stick with that one. So I'll move this out the way. There's that one. There's that one, and because, see, there's writing on both of these ones, but this one is blank and that one's blank, so it's more like a label. And if we pop, I just like the idea of putting that there. Or maybe that quite looks nice there, like that, doesn't it? I quite like that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So it's as simple as just getting your ephemera out and sticking it on. I think that looks nice like that anyway. And I'm going to use the tacky glue for these because they are cardstock. I just got a lot of ephemera from an Etsy shopping. No, I keep on doing it. Oh, I can't help it. You just can't go on there without wanting to buy everything you see. There's just such gorgeousness on there. Anyway, I'll have to try and remember the names of the shops where I buy them from, and mention them in the videos. I'll put it quite high. Isn't she such a pretty girl? She, with the flowers in her hair, she perfectly matches this theme. There we go. I'll just get that there. I like the two circles together, it's quite nice. It's different. And then a little bit more on there. I want it offset just slightly. There we go, and I quite like that. Yeah, that's quite nice. Right. Oh, we forgot our stamp. Don't forget the stamp. You'll have to excuse the colour of my hands. I've been tub dyeing papers, so I'm absolutely covered in coffee solution. They are actually clean and have been scrubbed clean, but you know how coffee dyes, and I can't get it out my skin. It's just dyed into my skin. Oh my word. Right, I don't want this so high that it's going to get cut off when I cut the tag corners, but I don't want it too low that it's going to cover those lovely flowers in her hair. Oh, I like that. That's very nice. Very nice. Right, let's just cut our tag corners. I'm just going to cut shallow ones. I'm liking these. I'm not putting toppers on these. I just don't think they need it. There's enough decoration on them. And I don't think they need a topper. But I will distress it. And I was thinking about sewing round them, but then I thought I've sewn round the picture and it's just, I don't think it needs it. I mean, this is cardstock, and I wouldn't have to back this really because it's got nothing on the back. I just like to have the vintage look on the back. But as long as I glue it down properly, it doesn't really need to be sewn round. So I'm just going to move some of this. I've got rubbish here, there and everywhere. Okay, so here's another book page. Is this big enough? And I kind of like this bit, so I'm going to try and capture as much of that as I can. It's just, it's a nice way to use up your book pages. You know, the end pages, and I quite like the information that's on there. You know, you've got mostly blank space, but then you've got all that lovely information on there. And very often the typeface is quite nice. Just make sure I get enough glue on. And it just, they're just very pretty. Let's move these out the way. Right, so I'll turn it over, and I can just faintly see the image through the paper. So I'm just going to get that, do that about there. Okay. Now, oh good, it's picked up most of it. I like that, and it's picked up this little bit at the top as well. Cool. There we are. And I'm just going to trim it round, and that'll be it, done. And again, it's a nice way of using up little bits of ephemera that I think sometimes the little bits of ephemera, it's harder to use them because you think to yourself, well, it's too small to use as a journal card. And yeah, they're great for decoration and that, but I think sometimes I get lost with how to use them, because very often I like to make my own bits of ephemera. But this is just a perfect little project, and that's that. So that's that one done, and I think these are very pretty. What I like about these is, I did have those, well I've still got them, they're children's encyclopedias from the 60s, and they have lots and lots of black and white images in them, and very often you'll find pictures of people, and I think very often they're like nice portrait pictures. Cut them out and use them like this on a tag. It makes them look like vintage photographs, and I just think that they're really pretty. And you know, look at these beautiful young ladies. I know I got these out of a kit, but I've had some that are just the ones I use for the cabinet cards, just so beautiful. And this is a nice way to showcase them and to put a little bit of vintage into your journals. So this is a quick one. I hope it's not too quick. I hope you enjoyed that. But I just thought, you know, it's a lovely tag, and it's took us, what, 10 minutes to make? So you could probably make quite a few of these, you know, sit down and do a mass make and you'll have lots and lots of these lovely tags. So get your old books out, cut out those photos, get your bits of ephemera out, and your oh, what's the word for it, scrapbook paper, and just make up some lovely tags. So I hope you've enjoyed it. So please stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy, and happy crafting. Bye.